Yeah, get me hat. Let's see what's going on today. Yeah. Oh. Well, that's not very nice, is it? Well, here we go again, guys. Welcome back to Rudgy, aka the Doctor. For those of you who've just joined me, stumbled across me in a search or whatever, hit like, share and subscribe, sit back and enjoy the ride, and I'll try not to disappoint you. Right, those of you who watch me regular, why am I in an unfamiliar scene with a Christmas tree behind me? Well, I'm not in Greece anymore. I'm back in the UK working. I had a few problems with work. The Hobbits very kindly found me some stuff to do, so we're going to crack on with that. But that won't affect the videos. I've got plenty of stuff in the bank from what I did a couple of months ago. I thought I'd do that because I know how grey and depressing the world can get in the winter. And I thought you lot might like some sunshine coming through your screens. So I've done that for you. There will be some videos of Appledore coming up before I go back to Greece. But I'm going to mix those in with the Kefalonia shots because I know that a lot of you like that. Right, this week, what have we got? Well, I have a problem with the motorbike. The Black Pearl, Nicky, managed to fix that. It rains quite a lot. They dig up Augustoli, and I go for a walk round the lagoon. So, without further ado, let's get on with the video. Well, that's not very nice, is it? Oh well, it's raining. So, I better get on with something inside the house because I'm not going out in that on the bike. Oh well, good for the garden, eh? Yeah, well. Yeah. Well, there you go. What a difference a day makes. The sun has actually broken through the clouds a couple of times, which is good because I was getting a bit fed up with being locked in. As I said a million times on this channel, my mental health isn't fantastic, and there's only so much of the grey stuff and being locked in the house that I can take. And we had 2 days of it, which does happen this time of year, but as you can see over there, the sun's starting to break out, and I've seen this before. Probably in the next couple of hours, most of this cloud will have disappeared over the mountain, and it'll be a dry day. As you can see, it's warm again. Now, the last few days it's been pretty chilly. I've had to have the heating on at Village Oro, which I was a bit worried about the amount of money that was costing, especially this time of year, because I've run out of the money I've put aside to live off, and I'm trying to earn the money for next year now. Anyway, yeah. I'm walking through the house because the balcony's wet where it's been raining this morning, and I've only got my socks on. So, it's off to the accountants to pay the tax for Nicky the Black Pearl. I could do it myself online, but I don't read Greek. The translator doesn't always work fantastically, so George, my accountant, he does it for me. He doesn't charge me, just I give him the money and he does it when it's due. So, let's crack on. Okay, so just seen George, and he's given me a bit of paper. I've got to pop to the Euro Bank with that. Apparently I scanned the QR code at the machine and it will tell me how much I need to pay. I think it's about 120 euros for the bike. So let's go and find the Euro Bank now. It's down on the front, and get this paid. That's another job done. So you can see it's going to be overcast again. but the sun was out as we rode into town. It's just going to be one of them days today. As you can see, town's quite busy still. Bakeries and cafe bars are still open. Here we are, Hotel Tourist. Eurobank is next door, from what I remember from the last episode when I had to register the bike. It seems that most of the government stuff is done through Eurobank. Anyway, let's go in and sort it out. Well, that hasn't gone well. It's just gone too, because I had to wait for the rain to stop to get here. They're closed. So now I've got to come back. Right, well, I have got a few days left here to do it. If not, I'll just have to get George to do it like he did last year. Anyway, let's go and get a coffee. Get a nice coffee in the place that I come to during the week. It was closed at the minute, and I met up with my friend from Cafe Plantanos in Lourdes. So if you're watching, hello and thanks for the coffee. Had a really interesting chat with him. Learnt quite a lot, and learnt quite a lot about the language as well. Anyway, as you can see, the sun's coming out. It must be getting on for 2:30 now, maybe a bit later. I'm going to head back to Villa Joro and try and do this tomorrow, which is a bit of a pain because I wanted to go filming tomorrow, and it means that I'll be in the wrong part of the island to start with, but never mind. As you can see, very quiet. This time of year everything shuts at 2 o'clock, but as I said, out on the quayside there's still stuff going on. You can still get a nice coffee. Let's go up here, go and find the bike. Here you go. Got back to the bike, battery was flat. Now I know it was charging when I pulled up because I revved it up and the light was going bright and then going dim again when you let off the throttle, so it looks like it's charging. The only thing I can think of is a power draw. I'm not sure whether the rectifier is direct to the battery on these, but that could be it. It could have gone open circuit, and of course then the alternator tries to start the engine, which it won't, and it draws all the power away. So yeah, gonna have to have a look at that. Maybe borrow some tools, do a few tests, make sure everything's charging and working okay. I know the battery's alright because it was charged last night, and I parked the bike up, took the leads off the bike so the battery was isolated, and it was fine this morning. So it's when the battery is connected to the bike that we have a problem. Anyway, I'm going to press on and make sure I park on a hill. Okay, well guys, another day and look at the weather. Absolutely fantastic. In fact, I've got a shirt on today and I put a coat on the bike. I'm thinking of taking the shirt off. I'm too warm. Bit of a problem with the bike this morning. It's got an intermittent charging fault, which is nice. Intermittent faults, every mechanic's nightmare. I think it's either the wiring from the regulator rectifier or the regulator rectifier itself, because I unhooked the battery last night and it was fine when I got back. So there you go. I've just been in the bank to tax the bike. Now the young lady in there steered me towards the machine and then asked why I hadn't gone to my own bank to do it. So it looks like you can go to your own bank. I was given one of these by the accountant with the QR code on, and I got a receipt out of the machine to say I'd paid the tax. So hopefully I've done it right and we're okay and I'm not going to get a fine. Anyway, let's see if we can find a coffee, and then I'm going to take you somewhere because it's a lovely day, and providing the bike doesn't play up, we'll be okay. As you can see, the town's buzzing again today. It was very quiet while it was raining and most of the shops were shut, but everything's open again now. Well, I say everything, the tourist shops aren't open. Here we are, another one of my favourite haunts. I've just ordered a pan of raisin because I had no breakfast this morning. That'll be out at a reasonable time to get the tax done, and a large cappuccino to wake me up. And then we're going for a ride. Ah, yeah, what a life. Right, so that was my coffee break. Go and get the bike now and go and see what we can find while the sun's out. Nice day, really. While we're on the subject of bikes, that guy's had that for a couple of years now. I've been admiring it. The quality of the build must be pretty good because he rides it every day. And look at the chrome and stuff on it. Still pretty good 2 years on. I'm hearing good things about them. Maybe when I get rid of the boat I should get one. You can never have too many bikes, can you? Of course, don't worry about that, Black Pearl fans. She's always going to be the film star of this channel. Although she will have a stablemate soon by the looks of it. I think we're going to get a wayward child out here. I'm in talks with somebody who seems to know how to do that, so let's see. Right, well, something different for you. Yes, that's Assos in the distance over there. And this is a bridge I've filmed on a few occasions. It's had a few outtakes. The old German bridge. A few of you will recognise that because they put an old Bailey bridge there for a while this season. Anyway, they've closed the road. I've snuck up here to film it for you. I'm not quite sure what they've got in mind, but they've got a lot of heavy plants up there digging big holes and doing all sorts of stuff. But as you can see, they've took the Bailey Bridge away. Looks to me like all that's left is the old German bridge, which I hope they're not going to take down because a bit of a tourist attraction. Anyway, I'm not quite sure what this is all about up here. Interesting. Because look, there's something going on up there. Maybe they're going to put a proper bridge right the way across there. I don't know. Because yeah, it's they've filled all the road in there. Look. Interesting. So yeah, that would have been, that wall there was the original road, and then there was the German bridge, which they'd discontinued, and they'd put another bridge in, which came to here, and now it looks like they're going to build the road up, bridge across there and back down here somewhere. I'll keep popping back, probably next year now when I come back I'll come and film this. Now I've got to get the bike started again because I noticed that, yeah, it isn't really charging. Charges on low revs and really high revs, nothing in between. And it's just cut out, so let's hope it does start, because otherwise I'm going to have to ring somebody and get somebody to carry me out of here. But anyway, there's your views. Assos is looking splendid in the winter sunshine. Let's hope they get that done fairly soon, because I like this stretch of road, and the only other way to get there now is to go up across through the mountains. Anyway, let's get back to Villajoro. I've got a poorly bike. I'm going to have to see if I can get a reg rec for her now. I think that's probably what the problem is. Okay, well, that was an interesting trip. I had a problem with the kill button this season. I keep tapping it and then it'd work and then it wouldn't work, and I nursed the bike like I always do because that's what I was taught. Anyway, I've took that apart because I think that might be part of the problem. Now this little, I don't know whether you can see that there, if I zoom in, that there is the back of the kill switch. This black plastic piece with the wire on was out of its clip. There's a little square clip just there.
which meant that the switch, well, as far as I can see anyway, wasn't making a good contact. So I pushed it back in and pushed the clip down. I don't know how that's come out. And now I've just got to reassemble it. Can't see what I'm doing because the light out there looks all right, but it's not bright enough for here. So I've had to bring it into the narrow door of my workshop. Now, of course, I also had problems with the throttle cable last year and put a single one on, which I made. And now I'm trying to figure out how I got it back together. Anyway, the battery was flat when I got back. The bike was a right pain to ride home. It was cutting out and starting and cutting out, misfiring. So I've just got it back. I'm going to put this back together, bump start it, see if it runs a bit better. If it does, then it was the switch. If it doesn't, then I'm going to change the rectifier regulator box, which is located underneath. Well, I think that's what it is. Let's have a look. Which is located down there. That's it there. And that regulates the power to the battery and also changes it from AC to DC, alternating current to direct current. So, best crack on, otherwise you're not going to get any more videos.
Cheddar cheese, very expensive on this island, especially the mature stuff, but me and brother Paul have found a place to get it. I'm not going to tell you where for obvious reasons. So yeah, I'm having a bit of a snack. Marcus has lent me his Optima charger to charge the battery back up. I've repaired the kill switch now. Hopefully that was causing the problem. I'm going to charge up my head torch so that I can have a look and see what's going on with the earth strap, make sure that that's tight to the engine. So I'm going to check all the basics, and then Macca said if I go and see the guy down in Augustoli that I get my bits from anyway, he will put a tester across the battery, see what we're getting, and maybe test the regulator rectifier. But I think I'll just change it for the price of them. I think I've seen them online for 20 quid up to about 80, so I reckon probably 50 quid should cover it. Anyway, it's been a beautiful day. Look at the mountain there, absolutely fantastic. And you can just about make out Zakynthos over the back there, that little hill that you can see behind the church. That's Zakynthos. So I'm going to have a cup of tea and then get back to it, see if we can fire the bike up in an hour or two and see if it's charging. Anyway, let's get a cup of tea down me. Well, I've just been sat in the sunshine having my breakfast. Last night I took the bike out. I took it quite a bit of a round robin, went round out to Lourdes along the back road and then up on the top road towards Augustoli. Went and got some provisions from the shop just down by the castle, Peritata, I think that village is called, and then came back. And when I was going through areas that went lit, which is quite a lot of them around here, I was pulling the clutch in and letting the engine idle and then revving it up. Sure enough, when I revved it up, the light went bright consistently. It wasn't flickering like it did before. So I'm thinking maybe the kill switch has had something to do with it. I haven't got a wiring diagram, so I can't have a look. It would probably make sense that the kill button kills all that side of things. I don't know. Anyway, I've decided what I'm going to do. The weather isn't looking fantastic, so I'm not going to be able to get out filming anyway. It's reasonably nice today, but then it starts to deteriorate, and when I get back it's going to be pouring down apparently, according to the weather forecast. So I decided what I'm going to do is stay in and do some work on the house, prep it for when I leave, and I'm going to use the battery charger so I can still run the bike on a mobile, and I'll bring myself a rectifier regulator back with me and a multimeter so I can test it myself when I get back. That's what I'm going to do. Anyway, let's crack on, shall we? See what exciting things we can do. I might nip out, but I'm not going far because it is pretty cloudy, although it's quite nice. As you can see, everything in the garden is starting to die back for winter.
This here will just be a load of sticks in another day or two, constantly sweeping the leaves up. I'm going to try and get as many of those up as I can before I go. Then I'm going to have to hospitalise my cuttings and my plants. I've already put them out where they get a bit of misty rain when it rains. Just down there. Might put them downstairs actually. We'll have to see. If they die, they die. It was just an experiment, see if I can get some cuttings going. I might leave some just down here. Oh, and that's the other thing. I found the leak for the workshop. The water's getting in that mortar. So I've temporarily wedged that bit of plastic over the top of it. Oh, there you go. You couldn't see it, could you? There. So I'm going to seal that with something when I get back. Either some sort of waterproofing product, or I might flash band it. It's under the hedge, so in the summer you don't see it. Might even put some plants in that corner there. Anyway, let's crack on. Yeah. Well, another day. Not another dime, apparently. A bit of a financial crash. Got a massive hole in the finances. But luckily for me, I go back to the UK in 4 days' time to earn some more money. It's going to be very, very busy. I've got lots of things to sort out because, as a lot of you know, 25 I get my state pension and intend to leave the UK properly. So what am I doing today? Well, the bike's still not well. Well, I say it's not well. I did some work on it and I think I may have cured it, but I didn't want to risk breaking down somewhere on the island. So when I'm back in the UK, it's something else I'm going to do. I'm going to order the parts that I think might be playing up and then keep them on the bike, and then if it does let me down, I can do a on the road fix, as it were. So being as I couldn't go out filming beaches and stuff like that today, I thought you lot would still want some sunny Kefalonia shots, so brought it to the bridge. Now most people would walk along there into the marina. We've done that before. I'll tell you what we are going to do. We're going to walk down here, and on the way back I'm going to get a coffee at one of my other favourite little haunts, because there's a little walk around the back of the lagoon that quite a lot of you have probably never been down. So let's go down there and I'll film you little snapshots of it as we go. There's the bridge taverna, still open, still busy, and the Debussy Cafe Bar. And the coach station, and that looks busy as well. So yeah, we're going to go all the way down there. Oh, Jackie Graham will be beside herself with this. His walking she'll be going. What's happened? What's happened is, for the first time in weeks, my back seems all right, and my leg. I guarantee after this it won't feel so good, but you've got to get some exercise, haven't you? Now let's go. We're part way down the walk now. There's the bridge. Now this little coffee bar here, I can recommend. Coffee's good, and it's a fair bit cheaper than up the road in the main town. And of course behind that is the famous bus station where you can get your gyros, the best one on the island. And there's the 750 that follows me around all over the place. I think he's from Laudas. I've seen the bike parked up there. Anyway, nothing to do with the video. Of course, I could leave the camera running, but you'd have an hour and a half of me walking. So This is probably a better way of doing it. We're just coming up by my market now. It's very warm today. Mackie said it was 20 degrees. I don't doubt it. I have got just a rainproof coat on in case it rains, and a sweatshirt. But it's a fair bit colder in the UK. Almost down by the junction now, and this is where it turns into a gravel path. Just up by the sports hall. Lots of young lads showing off. I see, I know somebody would like some of those on her new premises. Look at that. Yeah, this path goes all the way around the back there. Not as many trees as there used to be. I did do a video on this, blimey, might be 2 years ago now. If you scroll through my videos, you'll probably find it. When the hurricane hit, Medicane as it was called, which I think was probably a bit confusing for people. Yeah, it swept straight through here, and you could see a clear path where it went up over there and out that way. And you can see actually still there's a lot of dead wood there. They've cut a lot of the trees down. That used to be really thick with trees through there. I'll wander down and I'll show you what I mean. There's the football stadium. I apologise about the wind. There you go. Some guys playing basketball, looks it. Oh dear. No, that was no good, was it? Thought it was going to be a bit more exciting than that. Anyway, first bridge. As you can see, if you haven't been for a while, this summer they painted the back of the stadium. Oh, good. We're on the junction now. Some of you may well recognise that. That's the that road that runs up there takes you around the back of Augustole, and if you turn left takes you onto the estate where the police station is. That's the road into Augustole. And that road, Poros, Scala, Catelios, Lourdes, all that area. Look at that. More geese. Yeah. There's a lot of them up there. So yeah, there you go. This is what I was on about earlier. You can see one of the trees that they haven't cut up, but there used to be trees all through here until the hurricane hit and took them all out. Yeah, it's a shame really. Yeah, you can see there's the odd stump that they've left. They've replanted some. Anyway, can't do nothing about nature. Doesn't matter how many windmills you put up. Oops, I just said it again.
Oh dear. The Bossett Bridge there, look, in the distance. It is quite a walk, but you can rely on the fact that there's a bench every so many hundred yards. I don't know what that is in metres. There you go, look. Plenty of benches to sit down on. And it's quite a pleasant walk. It's a shame the trees are gone because they used to afford some shade in the summer. It's like they've got an owl box or something up there. Interesting. And there is another path that runs just there where that bench is. It runs parallel with this one and ends up where we saw the geese earlier. Just for your information. Yeah. Another nesting box here, look. Look at that. Oh, it looks like they fixed the bridge. They've still gated it off though. Oh, well. Never mind. Right, well, I'm not going to go any further down there, and it takes you to a yard with some lorries in it. It is quite a pleasant walk. Having said that, I think what I might do is sit down for a minute before I head back. There we go. Well, Makis might be right, you know. I got very warm walking down there. Having said that, the Hobbit and the bucket will tell you when I'm fit and my back's not hurting and my legs are okay. I get a bit of a lickety split on. Yeah, they have a job to keep up with, but you know, they've both only got little legs, haven't they? Yeah, they can't get me there in the UK. I'm quite safe. Anyway, yeah, I'm about to strip off. Don't get too excited, girls. Still got my Kevlar jeans on for the bike. Although they were a bit of a mistake this morning. They're a bit hot as well. You do get a different perspective of Augustoli from here, don't you? Right, now then, Jackie Graham, the Hobbit, I've got a bone to pick with you. It's all very well walking around these places, all very lovely, yeah, nice. My motorbike is right over there. Right over, I'll go walk back. I don't know. All joking aside, it's got to be, as I said earlier, Makis said it was 20 degrees. I've had to derobe because it is. As I said earlier, I haven't derobed completely, girls, so don't get too excited. That might be for another video. Who knows? No, it's not that sort of channel. Anyway, yeah, a very nice walk. So now I'm going to go and relax in my local coffee shop. Not the cheap one today. I think it's 380 where I go, next to the vegetable place. I mean, if I stop on the way past the bridge, I think it's about €3 there. It might be 320, 350. Things have gone up this year as the year progressed, so I've lost track, but yeah. Anyway, I'm talking gibberish now. Let's get on with the walk. Otherwise, I'll never get home. Now you see, they say going back is quicker than getting there. It's not. It's not. And I actually feel like an electric car. I've got range anxiety now. Yeah. Because walking back you can see how far you've come, and it's quite a distance. Is that about a mile or so? Somebody will tell me in the comments, I'm sure. So it's like 2 mile walk, isn't it? It's a lot for a 14 stone biker who doesn't get that much exercise. Oh look, I just noticed. Started reinstating the trees. Happy days. Now, environmentally, I'm all for that. You've heard me joke about electric cars and wind farms, and I'm a firm believer in if I stop cutting the rainforest down, stop it, and stop cutting trees down all over the world, especially UK where they're building houses on farmland. I know we need more houses, but there's plenty of places you can do that. Not on farmland. I mean, whose bright idea is that? Anyway, enough of that rant. Yeah, plant more trees. Look, there's loads of them being planted here. Guess what they do? Yeah, Google it. I think you'll find the very thing we're trying to stop by getting rid of cars and stuff like that. Yeah, I did all that at school. Don't they teach that anymore? Anyway, enough of that rant. That's going to end up in the outtake section. I get. Do you mean cut? Do you mean you can't say that? Yeah. Oh, be careful, girls. It's nearly Christmas. And I'm not a vegan. Oh, that's controversial. Can I say that? I don't know. I'm only joking. Look at them, bless them. There's a few of them, isn't there? Now, when I was little, it's time for story time with the Rudge. When I was little, my uncle, I don't think he was my real uncle, but that's what we used to call him. My uncle had a farm in Glaisbury-on-Wye. If my sister's watching this, she'll remember that place. I learnt all sorts of things there, how to drive. I learned a bit about animals. I learnt a bit about my Uncle Alfred's ridiculous sense of humour. Because it was. Oh dear. But my uncle taught me that geese make the best guard dogs ever. You wouldn't get near the tractor if there was geese around. But he also taught me that if you make yourself a big obstacle, i.e. get a couple of big sticks, you become bigger than they are, and they don't like that, so they don't tend to try and attack you so much. Doesn't always work, having said that, especially when you're only 10. Anyway, that was stories and memories with the Rudge. Oh dear. Meanwhile, back at the basketball courts, that guy still can't get one in. I don't know. Some little boys having a bit of fun there, look. Bless him. Bit of signage there for you. Don't know whether you'll be able to zoom in on that or not. Let's there is one little bit of English, so let's get that in for you. I've just come across this bit of signage here, so I'm going to film it for you. There's a little map. Lagoons around that area there, the old marina, and we're about here. So if I scroll down here for you slowly, you'll be able to read about where we've just been. There you go. I don't know whether that's of any use to you. I know a lot of you like to see the signs, and I do try and do them slowly enough so you can read them. But there is always the pause button, isn't there? You people enjoying the bridge? I think I might head into town, get a coffee there. Back at the Deposit Bridge. So, I remember this bridge when, as I said in a previous video, when we used to drive across it. They restored it recently and put these walls back up, because I don't remember it having that. I think further along there was bits and pieces of it left, but certainly not all the way along. So yeah, that's a new addition when they restored the bridge, and the lamps weren't there, of course. But yeah, we used to drive along here, and if a car was coming the other way, we used to have to sort of swap over there. That was a passing point. As you can see, somebody still refuses to adhere to the letter of the law and is using it. Fair play to him. So that's this week's video. If you've enjoyed it, hit the like button, and if you haven't liked it, hit the like button. Hit the like, share and subscribe. Sit back and enjoy the ride. For those of you who visited the Coffee and PayPal page this week, thank you ever so much. It really is helping me at the moment. As I said earlier, I've had a few problems, but it won't affect the videos. The only thing that will affect them is I'm going back to sunny Devon. Probably on the next video you'll see, but it'll be way out of sync, so I'm not sure when this will go out. And as I said in a previous video, during the Christmas period you'll be seeing videos that I filmed in the summer, because I thought that would be a bit more cheery and something nicer to watch in the winter months if you're living in a stormy part of the world. And I know a lot of you, most of my viewers, are in either the UK, Greece or Romania, places like that. Poland. Hello Poland, I've met a few of you. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Remember, wherever you go, there you are. It's Friday and welcome back to Rudgy, aka the Doctor. See the excitement in my voice, it's Friday. Fridays really aren't, no, can't say that, start again. It's, yeah, Friday. Yeah, what's that? Is that a mosquito? I don't know. Start again. It's Friday. Well, and there goes the camera.
I couldn't have a Christmas dinner in my house, so I thought I'd do a roast dinner now. Took me all afternoon to cook it, and I think I've cooked enough for about 3 people. But never mind.
Work I'm going to be doing is something I can. So, what was I going to say? I've forgotten. And the camera's pointing the wrong way. Yeah, it's better. So, if you were thinking of going down for the cigar, slow down. There's no rush. Dear. The lovely hills over there, or are they mountains? Oh, that makes no sense, does it? Yeah, walk, she said. Do you good, she said. Whew. Do you think they'll get an ambulance down this track? They're not going to land the air ambulance, are they? I don't think we've even got one. They'll have to carry me. The things I have to do. Cut! Can we have another cameraman? I think this one's broken. Oh, hang on, he's woke up. So stop zooming around everywhere, you'll make everybody seasick. Oh, steady, just stay like that. Right, well, here we are, sat at the back of the lagoon, and I've forgotten what I was going to say now because you were throwing the camera around. Cut! I think there's a chip shop in Appledore. Must be, I would have thought. about curry house? I haven't had a curry for 8 months. Not an Indian curry anyway. Beer Grills does a really nice one, but fancy one from an Indian restaurant. It's funny that I haven't fancied anything like that while I've been here. Yeah, then there's of course your Chinese takeaways and Pizza Hut, fish and chip shops. No, I wouldn't give it up for this. Never. I think I prefer Eros anyway. Better for you. Oh, Mackie D's. No, I don't like them either. Chicken Boy would miss it because he wouldn't be able to get his KFC, would he? What do you mean cut? Yeah, you see the problem though, don't you? I mean, we're here. The bike's in the middle of that over there. So now we've got to walk back. Whose idea was this? Where's the director gone? Where's the film crew gone for that matter? Ah, just me and the camera crew again.